Louis, a very good evening to you and thanks for your time. So tell us about this fire and how it actually sets you back. I mean, we understand that there was a new deal, an investor coming on board at the beginning of this year, Louis. So what does this do to that process now?
Yeah, good evening to you. What unfortunately happened is one of the Eskom overhead power transmission cables collapsed somehow, and at this time of the year the grass is very dry, and when it collapsed and fell into the grass set alight, unfortunately, at a very sensitive part of the mine, and the flame spread to under the whole conveyor system, which takes the coal from the mining area to the Hendrina power station, and that conveyor belt was seriously damaged in the fire.
So you're not suspecting foul play, nothing suspicious, you firmly believe it was that kind of accident, if I were to put it?
At this stage, everything points to that. There are ongoing investigations by experts and the senior mine management, assisted by the police, the fire people. Unless they can conclusively prove otherwise, then the official verdict is yes, it was the collapsed overhead power line that set the blaze.
So tell us about the damage then, Louis, and what is actually happening. Is the mine completely non-operational now because of this?
The mine has been non-operational in what we call care and maintenance for a number of months now. The mine is not producing, it has not produced for a couple of months. So the damage, while it is pretty extensive, will not affect operations at the Hendrina power station at this time.
All right. We also understand that, we had lots of grievances from employees who say they hadn't been paid for a very long time. So what happens now? I mean, this would obviously be part of your business in terms of business rescue as well, and I'm assuming that the workers and taking care of their needs forms part of your duties. What happens to them in an instance like this?
Yeah, the employees were retrenched in about March or April this year so that they could access their UIF and their retirement funds in order to keep them alive while we are completing the process and while we're busy with the selling process to identify a suitable buyer, and that process should be completed within the next month.
Okay, so for now, you will still work on compensating them for the salaries that they haven't been receiving, but also how far does this set you back in terms of what it is you have to do for this mine?
No, this fire will not affect the selling process at all. The two processes are exclusive. The only thing that's going to happen, obviously, depending on the outcome of the investigations, we will have to repair the conveyor belt system when the mine gets back up and running again in a few months' time.
Louis, so when do you hope to have this entire business wrapped up?
Well, it depends on the way that the creditors vote at the meeting when the business rescue plan is presented to them in the early part of October. Hopefully we will have a new owner at that time as a result of that meeting, and that new owner will obviously come in, and that is part of what the upgrade of the mine will be, is to address the conveyor, but there are a lot of other issues that the new owner will have to address in the process as well.
All right. And are you able to tell us what those issues are, Louis?
Yeah, well, I mean, it is pretty much in the public domain that the previous owners had destroyed equipment and everything. So, there's a lot of technical issues around the mine as far as the equipment and the ability of the equipment to do the job. So a new owner, and it is pretty much accepted by all bidders that it's going to take anywhere between 6 months and a year before significant amount of coal it comes out from underground, because the equipment has to be re-put back into a proper state so that it can actually mine.
Okay, thanks very much for your time and that explanation. It is a complicated business indeed. Business rescue practitioner Louis Klopper.